So the first heavy bag, I mean, these bags are heavy, is perfume and what do I call it? You know, the stuff like you can put on your body, like the shimmer stuff, or I put it into my foundation and primer. So that's the first bag. So for perfume, looking at this, it's not a lot. Here's what I've learned the most. I am no longer purchasing, I don't even know if she's going to come back with them, any more KKW fragrances. They just don't last. I can tell when I spray it on, and then it's just not having that same oomph it had. Plus, it just seems to disappear like within 10 minutes. So no more KKW, no more at Ulta, none of that. So these little crystal ones, they came in like a 3 set, I believe. I still have this one, which surprisingly still smells fine to me, as like, you know, smelling it from the nozzle. However, I think I'm still going to let this one go. It's the one that smells like the gardenia flower. Is that what it says on here? Something around that. This might have been me a few years ago, maybe like early 40s maybe, but I don't think it's me now. It's not me now. That's another thing with me and scents. Like, I can just tell, I'm like, no, that's not me anymore. I've evolved. I'm grown. Now this one, I'm actually wearing it today. The Kylie Jenner by KKW fragrance one. This is the only one I bought because it has a spicy, that alluring smell to it. Oh, so good. I can just smell my wrist all day. So I sprayed it this morning and I can still smell it. Now it's not as potent as it used to be, but it's fine for me to keep it around now, like for, you know, like the next 6 months. So this one is going to stay. It's discontinued anyway, but yeah, I'm happy with that one. Now this one is, I think it's Toka is the brand. I can just tell by the design. It's another one that I feel I've outgrown. It's the Florence one. Ooh, but I need to smell it again to verify it's no longer me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Obviously, it's no longer me because I can't get you open. Can I smell around? I remember I felt like I was, like, you know, like you're running through the fields, some Italian fields and flowers and stuff. I remember it was a fragrance that caught my attention at that time. And I remember a sales girl at Sephora even wore it, and I like instantly knew what it was. But again, I think I just have outgrown it. I have to have outgrown it because I stuck it in the bag. So I know I went through this period where I was like, okay, I got to smell this, boom. This is not me anymore. So I don't want to risk it spilling everywhere. But yeah, that one, and it's old too. It needs to go. Now this is I think this is the marshmallow one or the cloud. Ariana Grande. This one has a cute little story. I remember I got this. I was talking with a good friend. He's a man. And let me tell you something. So many men have said to me that when they smell this cloud fragrance, they think of, yeah, a good girl. It's a sweet smell, you know, that sweet marshmallow, although it's really hard for my nose to pick up the marshmallow scent. But so many men, including my good friend, said, I just think of a fun girl, that she's sweet, she's youthful. And I said, no, it's not me. It's not me. I don't mind the youthful part. And I'm fun too, but I'm not sweet. No, I want to smell. I want you to know on that date or whatever we're doing that you with a grown woman, okay? A grown woman who knows what she wants. You still gonna have fun. You still gonna be youthful. She try and catch up with me, but a grown woman. It's just the same adjectives I keep getting out of guys from this. So I said, no, it's not. This one is Miss Dior from Dior. Now this one I won in a fashion show. So I didn't buy it on my own. However, this one, for some reason, it stopped smelling as potent as it used to smell. I have no idea why. I remember I sprayed, we can't really tell, I did spray, you know, what I thought was a good amount at that time out of the bottle. But just going through everything, I'm like, why isn't it smelling the same? So it's a shame because, I mean, there's so much left over. But look, I don't have the space, I don't have the time for it. And especially when I say space, I want to look at my perfume collection and I want to be happy with what I have and use up what I have, and I don't have to be like buying all these bottles. I'm not like that. I just don't want all that. This is another fragrance that was given to me from a friend, C by Giorgio Armani. I did tell her, I said, I love this. I kept getting like the samples in the Sephora orders, and I kept reaching for this fragrance, and it smells so good. This is, you know, the grown woman scent. She smells expensive too. And I really love this. So she's like, I don't even touch mine. You love it, here, you can have it. And then over time, again, it's lost its potent. It's not as potent. What I just do now is when I have my Sephora order, I just pick which one I like. I'll pick a male fragrance and I give that one to my son so he can figure out what he likes. But then I'll just pick what I see here. And then that's what I prefer. I feel also less guilty if I have to toss a sample size versus like a full size. So I have this was last year. Look at all that I collected. But then I just come in here and I just pull what I like. And if I don't like it, you know, I can just toss it. So I think that system works better for me instead of just having all these bottles. Next is my favorite category, the glow and the sprays. Make yourself just looking like a walking thunderstorm. Okay, so first let's start off with all the little glow products. So L'Oreal's Beach Bay, actually where I have the little sticker on here. So April 2019, so this is old. When I open it up, it has a smell to it, but I would mix this in with my foundations. I never really use it as a body type bronzer, but it looks beautiful on the skin too when you mix it with foundation. Now it just has that nasty like pudding texture. It's just nasty. The medium to deep. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi, to me that's my true love. So just stick with one that works with any foundation or any product, and you know that's better for me, so I don't go, you know, crazy. So this is going away. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfector 4-in-1. Never really touched it that much. I remember I did a review on it. It doesn't expire until actually May of next year. But again, I'm hardly touching it. The sponge and everything, no. Again, my L'Oreal True Match Lumi in Deep. That is my favorite one. I am letting go of all the Beccas. This one, I mean, these are old to begin with. It's just the regular light colors, light perfectors, plus they're out of business. This one is super old. It's 2020 and it has, I mean, it's just sticky and everything, but this was like the other favorite in Topaz. Again, mix it in with foundation. If Becca was still around, I would have repurchased these, but in the smaller size, and still be using them. But no, you know, we have new products now that we're using. So I have two bottles. I have 2018. That's what I do, is I put the dates on as well, so I can have a visual of like when I got it or when it was made, and kind of keep that in check. So didn't finish them, but again, they're just super old, so I'm not touching that anymore. Kevyn Aucoin Weightless Beauty Oil. This is another product that's super old too. I did use, you know, what I could, but again, when I'm looking at these products, I'm thinking, okay, you're really not touching it as much as I thought I would. Probably because it is a beauty oil. I really don't use those in my skincare like prep routine. This one from Physicians Formula, the 24 karat gold. Don't even know if this is still made. You shake it up, you know, you can spray it on your body. Again, I don't really use those body type products. There's no point in keeping it around. This one from E.L.F, the Retro Paradise Glow Up Body Oil. I don't know what my issue was. Maybe I was just going through some phase of, oh, I was gonna, you know, put on the body products and come on camera and gleam. I'm already gleaming. I already got the bronze color. I don't know what I was thinking. So this is another thing too with E.L.F. E.L.F. spoils fast. Going through every category, that is what I found. So especially if it's in some sort of a liquid format, so I got to keep that in mind. So a good way to see if E.L.F. is spoiled is you smell it. I mean, instantly I get a smell out of an E.L.F. product, and that's how I can tell when it's, you know, it's spoiled. So I ain't touching that. ColourPop's pretty fresh, same thing, the hydrator, but this is something illuminating. It says hydrating illuminator that you can put into your foundation too. So now that all this is going away, the stuff that you put into your foundation, I know what I like. The L'Oreal Gloomy. True Match Gloomy Lotion, the Charlotte Tilbury, the Say, I'm looking at it right here, the Say Glow. So I have those products already that I'm very happy with. So there's no point in buying anything else. This is so hard to part with. It's 2018, but it's the MAC Strobe Cream. This has a weird texture now. No scent to it, but this is very old, and you can tell when the pigment color, it's like that silver champagne type tone is all sporadic on the skin. But MAC Strobe Cream, when they have that tint to it, those are really, I mean, those were the staples for me, you know, in high school and in the 20s and stuff. So, you know, I probably did that more back then than I do now. Pixi. I have the, actually, no, this is Wander Beauty. This is the Rose Ceramide Cream Intense Moisturizer. I didn't use this too much, just a little bit. Wander Beauty's Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. This I picked up because actually I like Wander Beauty. I love their blush. I have a few other products, and then I love their eye patches. Oh my God, that's like the best thing, is the eye patches. But this this has like the shimmer again. I am a shimmer person, the glow, where it's got to look realistic, and we're talking glows up. Like, what do I say? No Mona Lisa here. So I don't want to see all this patchiness and spacey and all that stuff. No, I want it to look realistic. And, you know, some brands can do it right, and other brands cannot. So in that case, no. So sprays. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cover FX is illuminating setting spray. It's first of all, I don't know what's up with Cover FX. I have not heard, they have been off the mark. I don't think about them anymore. I don't see them in the stores anymore. I don't know if they're just e-commerce now, online. I have no clue. But a lot of my stuff from them is old. So I did spray this, and it's again globs, and the shimmer is all over the place. No, bye. Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow Mist. This is incredible. However, it stopped spraying. This is also 2019, so it's old, and I would repurchase it, but see, I was trying to mess with it, trying to get into, that's another thing with the packaging. I will try to get into it to salvage what I can, or maybe try to fix it, and I couldn't. I know I could see it. I cut it off right there. I don't know. When I can't get into it, and it's just, I'm just over it. So, I mean, I'm doing good. Love, shoot. I spray, you know, I was spraying out every single day. I do like that. Weird is I have not repurchased that. Probably because, why haven't I? Oh, I have Rare Beauties, which, you know, I like that one. And I know I'm still using my Fix Plus. I have my Milk spray that I spray every time I do my makeup. So again, we just, look, 2022, I said, I don't know what's going to top that, because I personally feel we have the best of the best. So it's hard to look back at this older stuff and be like, am I going to let you back in? You an ex, right? And I ain't got no exes be calling me block or whatever. I moved on. So, nope, I don't feel pulled to buy Glow Recipe. So, I don't know. These sprays, again, I don't even know if they still make these. I don't know. I have not checked for Pixi. Again, I go in, I get my toner, and that's it. Put it in the cart. So the Glow Mist, Hydrating Milky Mist, and then the Makeup Fixing Mist. I note that the Milky Mist was probably the only thing I was using the bottles and bottles of. I think I'm pretty sure they had sent these to me, and I've repurchased the Milky Mist. So it's like a good toner spray that I would use in my skincare, but I wasn't using these in my whole makeup routines. Primers is last. This is a category where I need to remind myself on a routine basis, you're a skin prep person. Why you have all this, right? Gosh, it's not like I can even like get a sample. Depends. I can get a sample, maybe Sephora, or sometimes I can get it at Ulta, but the drugstore ones especially, okay? That is where I'm going to be, okay, push the reins back. It's got to be, again, part of my aesthetic, more maybe like skincare, otherwise leave it alone. So that is what I'm telling myself, so I can just stay away from those. See, you learn, it's growth. I'm learning as I'm going. So every year it's hopefully, you know, it's going to get better. I'm going to start off with this one first. I'm going to start off with Milk first because I knew that this one is old already. It's the 2019 version. I'm going to try and get a good shot of this. Now, I repurchased a fresh one in 2022. I look at this one, this looks like the color of phlegm. You know, when you're sick and it's dark green, or, you know, in the ocean, that was it out of the seaweed. Girl, look at that. Look at the color. Look, old, new. So thank you. That's so easy to see. Well, look what's bad and look what's good. Milk, as far as a grip, is right up there with the E.L.F. grip in green. So those stay right here on my desk. So I remember, okay, those are your gripping ones that you really like. There's no need to be buying any other type of a grip one. I say that now, and I actually purchased research purposes is what I'm thinking, because I'm going to make a video. But I'm trying. That's the first step, is, you know, when you got a problem. Okay, it's the first step. So E.L.F. Jelly Pop, the Watermelon Dew one. Just not driving with this one. Maybe if it was sticky, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I would have liked it, but you know. Plus, a lot of it's too is they're discontinued. They're discontinued. I didn't finish it up in time. I know it's old. There's no reason to have it around. This one I actually regret. I have one regret. Is this one from the brand Incredible from Sephora, Prime Protect and Set Good Day Jelly Spray. Oh, it's so good. The whole spray mechanism, they should just made it into a tube. It's 2019 because it was so hard to get it out the nozzles. So I just took it out and put it in my hands. That's how I would use it. I mean, I wish I had used a good half of it, but I didn't. So that's my only regret, because I really did like it. Another thing I'm going to throw in, it's not an excuse, okay? A lot of this too with the dates. This is before the world had shut down, okay? So a good year to 2 years, I'm not fiddling with any makeup, not doing any of that. I mean, it was my son's senior year of high school when, you know, the world shut down. So I suddenly became a homeschool parent, had to relearn all this mess. So, and no one was thinking about no makeup, none of this mess. So that's another thing I remembered, is it was just all sitting, you know, collecting dust. This is from Sun & Park, another brand I don't believe is at Sephora anymore. This is very old. Again, I can tell by the texture. I can tell when it has a scent. Sometimes what I'll do is, when I'm using a product, if I have an X on it, like I have an X here, that is like you try to use it, it's already bad. Get it out now. So it was a good product. Again, it was more skincare primer, which I have those good products. E.L.F. Putty. I believe I've got 2 of them. Why do I have 2? The putty primer, I prefer the Cookies and Dream primer. That's the one, that's the creamy one. Again, it's like the skincare creamy and it smooths out. Otherwise, I don't want any of the other putty ones. It's just the texture to me works best for my skin type and the smoothness. So that's what I prefer. Laura Geller Spackle. This is a good primer. Issue is, it expired in 2022. Issue is, it's so hard to find Laura now. And that's another thing with me too. See, this is how I recommend it too when you're decluttering, is remember how you operate. Remember how you are. I want to be able to buy it from the store, like Ulta, Sephora, or I want to be able to, if I'm in the store already, grab it. Okay, sometimes I'll get it directly from the brand's website, but it's got to be something where I absolutely love it. Otherwise, I'm not going around fishing trying to find it. So I think Laura's only on her website now. I am dealing with all that shipping mess. No, again, I have other products that I like better. 3 more from the drugstore. NYX Hydro Touch, a good hydration version. I have, again, I'm just going to use my skincare. My skincare ones will give me the same thing, same effect. Wet n Wild Impossible Primer Base. This one actually was one that did it all, and I liked this one. But again, it's another thing with Wet n Wild. I feel that it's spoiling too quickly. This, when you kind of go like this, you have the air come out. It has a smell to it. And it's supposed to not even expire until April. So it's leaving out. And then the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. So again, all this for hydration and a grip type drugstore ones. I have my E.L.F. Grip that I like. And then I have my skincare creams that I like to use to prep my skin. So I don't need to be buying all these other ones. Which leaves me with these two. E.L.F. and NYX's version, the Bare With Me. This is that hydrating, like the jelly type, hydrating jelly primer. I should have just finished this one up. I think I actually used a good amount of it. Yeah, I did. I don't think you're going to see it because it's white, but I did. I used, and the product is clear. I used a lot of this because I like the jelly. I like the all these jelly sprays. And I like the grip type primers. I think that they work well with my skin and my texture. So if I already have stuff that I like now, there's no point in going back to it. This is the E.L.F. Moisturizer, a hydration version. Don't know if this is still sold. It's 2019. Skincare especially, I'm not going saving all these old creams and try and put it on my face or anything like that. This one from the brand Melē. This is the Do The Most Sheer Moisturizer. This actually says when it does expire, so that's good. They have it on the bottle here, so it's already, this is too old. This looks really good with any type of glow product that you mix in with it to make it actually a nice tinted moisturizer. But I have other products that I prefer. This one, I don't know where this box, full size, never touched. Well, actually, I don't think it's a full size. I think it is like one of those travel sizes, although it's pretty big for travel. The Becca Backlight. 2014. I'm not opening it. I'm not trying to smell it. Nothing. 2014. You know it needs to go. The E.L.F. Puff Puff Primer. I really liked this. The texture and everything. It's old. They won actually Best of the Year. I don't remember, like 2017, 2018. It's good. You should have used it up, but got all these other products. So LMS, this is one that was given to me. It just really did nothing. It's supposed to smooth, smooth the lines, smooth the pores, but it's more of a like a lotion type version. Plus, when I look up the date on these, it's old. And by the time I got it, they send the products in PR. That's a thing. I'm kind of like, is this all your old products that you're sending to people? Because this is very old. This is like 2017. Why are you sending this? And it's like, I think I got this 2022, maybe 2021. They're sending old products out to people. Benefits Professional. This expired last year. This is just the original version. When it comes to a pore primer, Benefits Pore is the one that works perfect on me, where I can actually visually see it in the magnifying mirror. It's the only one that works good. However, I have the hydrating one, so that's the one I decided to keep. It's just the same thing, but it's just a lot more. It's not where like, this can look a little dry depending on where I put it. The hydrating one is just smooth, so that's the one I prefer to use. And again, it's old, so it's going to go away. Top Tatcha's prep products. This is the liquid silk canvas. For some reason, just doesn't work for me. The dew cream, the serum worked for me. I think the serum worked well with makeup, but any of like the creams, for some reason, the makeup just wants to slip and slide. I don't know what it is. So I'm not drawn to Tatcha as a prep product. So this had to come in some sort of a set because it looks like a travel size. I tried Tatcha products just once. It only takes me one time, and if I'm not happy with the results, it doesn't matter. I have to get rid of it. Fenty's primer is next. This is actually really old. This is like when it first came out. The primer came out. So the brand came out, what, 2018? I can't remember, 2019, if not later. 2018, around that time frame. And then I got a small size. So I repurchased this already. So I have a fresh one last year because I noticed that as a liquid, this is a smoothing type primer on me. So again, like a pore, real smooth texture in the T-zone, but it's just in a different format, texture in a liquid. So that's why I repurchased it, and that's exactly just how I use it in that area. So it's just real old. Marc Jacobs Youthquake. So Marc Jacob is gone. All, you know, his makeup, anything like that is all old. I think I used, about a good half of it. Again, using this as that skin prep product. I remember this gives a dewy look on the skin. Nothing radiant, but it's very hydrating. What it kind of reminds me of is Bobbi Brown's, what's that one? Vitamin Enriched face base. It's exactly what this reminded me of. I already have a full size of Bobbi Brown, and again, that's old. Marc is gone. And then last is from the brand Wadella. This is a clean brand. It has been around for so long. It says 1921. It's the Skin Food. Skin Food is very popular. You know, if you're in your 40s and 50s and all that, you know about Skin Food. You know, this is what they were prepping the models, the 90s models, supermodels back in the day too. This is the light nourishing cream now. This is not enough hydration for me. I need just the original one that they have, which comes out much thicker. It's richer. Oh, you want to talk about just the skin just soaks it up. I'm so happy I get to throw away this bag now. But wait until you see them. The bags seem to get heavier and plural when we get to the lips. I've at least 4 bags for the lips. But this is all going away. I'm so happy. And thank you for watching the declutter videos. For some reason, that's what you guys want to see. My eyeshadow palette one, I mean, this the most views. So I'm bringing you along for the ride. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.